Hello and welcome to the GameWatcher preview of Satellite Rain with me, Michael Johnson. Satellite Rain, as you may know, is the spiritual successor to the Syndicate games and the result of a successful Kickstarter campaign from developer 5 Live Studios. In fact, it seems that Kickstarter these days is almost exclusively a platform for funding spiritual successors to popular games of yore, and that's why it's just changed its name to Spiritual Successor Starter. While that isn't actually true, what is true is that Satellite Rain strongly resembles its predecessor in tone, style and content. It's unmistakably a Syndicate game, even if they don't have the license. Speaking of which, no doubt EA are holding on to that until such a time as they feel they need to make another terrible mobile free-to-play title, Dungeon Keeper, The footage you're seeing here is from the pre-alpha version of the game, which is already available to those who pledged at the $90 or above tiers on Kickstarter. As such, it's a little rough around the edges. The AI in particular isn't amazing, the UI needs some work, and there are a lot of features that aren't implemented at all. However, it's still possible to get a sense of the game, and the one thing that really stands out is that it retains that cyberpunk feel of Syndicate, of controlling these morally ambiguous augmented soldiers as they wreak havoc in pursuit of their goals. Speaking of their goals, perhaps the biggest change from the Syndicate games is that the mission structure has been done away with entirely. Instead, we're thrown into the middle of a city, or in this, the district of a city, and allowed to make our own way. It's almost a pure sandbox experience. At any point we can open the map and look for points of interest. For instance, at the alpha we're a man short. Our soldier has been arrested and holed up in a police station, so we can set a map marker and head over there and try and break him out. It's of course up to you whether you want to burst in through the open door or head around the back and try and hack our way in. I've tried both ways, and it quickly became apparent that the hacking skill combined with the support class World Scan are invaluable tools. The World Scan allows us to see which access points control doors, cameras and the like, and the hacker can use this for infiltration, turning off cameras, opening doors. It's entirely possible to pull off these heists with clever timing and using agents' abilities for stealth, and as your agents grow in skill and unlock new augmentations, further options yet will open up, meaning you can tailor your agents to your particular playstyle. I was quite a young man when Syndicate and Syndicate Wars were released, and my abiding memories of the games were building up an army of persuaded citizens to form a human shield around my agents, and basically that you were able to equip agents with a massive bloody minigun. Though I've yet to see the minigun equivalent, you can start forcing citizens to join your cause after a single level up by the hacker character. And leveling highlights one of the other big changes from the Syndicate games here, in that the classes are distinct from each other. It's very much a class-based game. The soldier is dedicated to fighting and starts off with this handy grenade ability. The support is kind of a secondary fighter with useful skills like healing and the aforementioned World Scan. The most interesting of the classes are clearly the hacker, who we've already detailed, and the infiltrator. The infiltrator carries a sword around with him and has access to stealth abilities that allow him to move freely past guards and cameras for a short period of time. You can use him to sneak around the back and take out a guard in a key position, for example. Using these different characters in combination with each other and playing to their strengths is key, especially with the notoriety system that tracks your agents separately. What this means is you can split your characters up, using perhaps the assault and the support character to divert guards away from a bank out into a firefight, meanwhile supported by a couple of persuaded citizens providing weak gunfire and juicy targets for the security forces to aim at. While this is going on, your hacker has hacked the side door into the bank and your infiltrator is moving past a security camera to take down a big guard at the end. All of this happening in real time. That this is even remotely possible at such an early stage of development bodes extremely well for the finished title. From this video you can probably see that I'm far too rubbish at the game to pull off such ingenious heists, and everything has a tendency to end up in these samey gunfights. With several bugs and features missing, the game doesn't actually help in this regard. But this is an alpha. While running and gunning seems to lack the excitement and variety, Hopefully this is one feature they'll plan on putting more work into. I suspect anyway that with decent AI it'll be far less easy to just run around gunning everyone down. Or hey, maybe it won't, but maybe we'll get more tools to do so, which is just as good. My overall impression of Satellite Reign at this early point is that it doesn't just feel like a reskinned remake of the Syndicate games. Instead, it's something where the team building it understand the formula and what made Syndicate a classic well enough to improve significantly upon it. Reeks of clever design and an understanding of how the features new and old will combine, not only to sate our lust for cyberpunk nostalgia, but give us a game that feels fresh and is filled with good ideas, and importantly the freedom to tackle problems in creative ways. While it is early days for Satellite Reign, there's enormous promise here, and I'm very much looking forward to watching as the game progresses. Kickstarter backers can rest easy that their money looks to be in very good hands. If you didn't back it, this is still definitely a title to watch out for.